Welcome to the Game and NLP channel. I'm Massimo Poesio. In this video, we are going to briefly discuss the aspect of language interpretation I'm mostly working on, called Anaphora resolution. Anaphoric reference is the linguistic device of referring with a nominal expression to an entity already mentioned, or antecedent, as in the example in the slide, where the entity introduced with the proper name Tony Johnson is referred to twice again using pronoun she, or the entity introduced with the indefinite a stately home is referred to again several times, first using the definite the house, then using pronouns its and it. As the example shows, different types of noun phrases can be used to refer to an entity: proper name, definites, and indefinite nominals, and pronouns. As the example shows, different types of noun phrase can be used to refer to an entity: proper names, definite and indefinite nominals, and pronouns. The example also shows that the important entities in a text are referred to several times. The chain of references to an entity is known as coreference chain. Many anaphoric expressions are easy to interpret in a context, as there is only one possible interpretation using surface clues such as gender. In the example shown, there is only one possible antecedent for pronoun she, that is, assuming we know that Tony Johnson is a reference to an entity of feminine gender. This is not always the case, however. Notice that the pronoun its could also refer to a tape measure or a deep trench on grounds of gender alone. What makes the pronoun easy to interpret in the text are other factors. For instance, the common sense knowledge that tape measures don't have foundations. Another example of gender not uniquely determining the antecedent of an anaphoric expression is shown in the next slide, where two entities of masculine gender are mentioned: Alastair Morpen and his father, both of which are then frequently referred in the text using potentially ambiguous masculine pronouns. Yet the interpretation of each pronoun is perfectly clear. Another difficulty in anaphora resolution is that nominal expressions are not always used anaphorically. Sometimes, as seen in the next example, it could have no meaning at all. In other cases, a nominal expression can be used to refer to an entity which, while not mentioned before, is visible in the context. In the train's dialogues, two participants discussed transportation plans with reference to a map of the train's world shown in the slide. In these conversations, participants often refer to entities not mentioned before, but visually accessible by way of being on the map, like the orange juice factory. This type of reference is sometimes called deixis or exophora. A system for anaphoric reference resolution in a conversational agent must be able to decide whether a reference to an entity on the map or an entity previously discussed. Just like other areas of NLP, research on anaphora resolution or coreference relies on the availability of corpora annotated with such information. Research on anaphora resolution was greatly increased by the creation after 2000 of a number of corpora of this type. The best known corpus for the study of anaphora resolution is called Ontonotes. Ontonotes is a 1 million word collection of news annotated in a US project. In our lab, we have created a number of corpora over the years that will be discussed in these videos. In particular, we will talk about the Arrau corpus, as far as we know, the most ambitious attempt at covering anaphoric phenomena, and the phrase detectives corpora created with our GVAP phrase detectives. Tutto quanto.